Well, I'll buy you a coffee anyway. Sure, I like you. I try to say that 6 or 7 dog years equal 1 human year, and so this dog.
Now it's 6 or 7. Before it was 6.
Yeah.
Don't backtrack, Bill.
You're only allowed 1-digit answers. Wow, tough life, man. 1-digit answers. That's what Russia talked about on the Chinese pipeline. They were trying to get 1 digit straightened out. Time is such a relative thing to me.
You're retired, right?
Well, independently wealthy, so I guess.
Shit, that's great. More power to you in that aspect.
Yeah, there's not enough unearned income in this world. Everyone should get dividends. What's more expensive than a sick person? So it's a cheap investment to keep people well.
You still have your website?
Which one? Do you remember?
I know that you used to staple, so put it up on YouTube.
Yeah.
BillTube, right? It's called BillTube, right?
BillTube.
I coined it. I copyrighted that, so you can't use it, Bill.
All right. Pardon me? Yeah, this is Mecca or Liberty. An Afghan hound service canine.
Afgano.
Afghano, yeah.
Afgano. Precioso. Beautiful dog. Beautiful dog.
Alhamdulillah. Likewise. May we be as what we do be as beautiful as we look.
Where are you originally from?
Upstate New York.
Yeah? It's cold there. A lot of snow, right?
I don't know if there's that much snow, but it does get cold.
What made you decide to move down this way?
My dad got married, and so he moved down here.
Your dad was a lawyer, right? You were a lawyer, weren't you?
My dad was the son of a judge.
Oh, okay.
What kind of work did your dad do?
Mine?
Yeah.
Post office.
USPS, public letter forums to avoid this Charlie Abel kind of thing. You know, my Google site, it got taken down, 3,000 videos, and I couldn't control it. It was, no, I went to the movies. They didn't like that.
What do you mean? You were filming the movies in the movie theater?
Yeah, I met the star for the movie on the subway going to the show, and she sat down next to me in Mecca, and we chatted a little bit, and then I didn't think to invite her to the show, but...
You had a premiere?
No, just regular show. They all come out. I mean, I've been to a half dozen movies, and either before or after they come by and say hi.
Okay.
Up in Maine, they came out on that one, The Odd Life of Timothy Green. It's about a new kind of pen that made out of leaves, silicon leaves. So Google can't handle it. The copyright people can't handle it. The robots flag you, and then they jumped on it and took it down. And yeah, as opposed to the USPS public letter forum where you can put up anything as part of a scientific experiment or bearing witness about your life.
Is that Afghan hound? Is that Afghan?
Yeah.
It looks like he has a tick on the one side.
Has a what on one
The
side?
other side looks like there's a tick.
Oh yeah, the hair mats up really easily.
Yeah, farther down. Near the front shoulder.
You're gonna have to shave you, Mecca. I don't. Yeah. Well, we're going to go over to the court and find out about Idaho wanting to not pay as much as the federal government thinks they should for the Medicare. Consequently, the federal government cuts off. No, I guess the federal government hasn't cut off the funding yet. That's what Idaho wants them to do. And the people in Idaho want the Supreme Court to order the state to pay more so they keep getting the federal funding.
So you never told me what you used to do, man.
What I used to do?
Yeah. I thought you were a lawyer. At least that's the rumors.
No, I managed to graduate from college with a BA, and I got 1 year of the MBA program, but I hit the screen because I wasn't able to get
What was it?
high enough grades and enough courses, I guess, basically.
What was your undergrad in?
Well, we get a BA is what I got. I was supposed to get a
Bachelor's of Art? Yeah, but in what?
in general studies. I was supposed to be empirical political theory, but I didn't get my thesis done either.
Is that legit? What was it? Empirical, practical, what, theory?
Empirical political theory, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Making guesses about arrest and emancipation and keeping track of that.
Oh. You didn't do your thesis?
I did it maybe it was late or something. I was pretty disorganized.
Yeah?
I had one paper got stolen from me junior year. I had to rewrite it during the summer in Alaska. It's probably one of the better jobs I did. I had to rewrite it. But it's coming together now. I got just handed in a treaty to those guys, so good things take time. How about yourself? Did you study criminology or
No, I study economics.
economics? All right.
Government studies, economics, and history.
Government studies, economics, and history.
That's a good combination.
Yeah. It's kind of like what the guy at DOD studied, the new secretary there.
I also spent time in Afghanistan.
All right.
Pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, all right, man. Thanks for your good vibes. Veterans, VA, healthcare. Wristwatches. Adapting the commander-in-chief wristwatch for the VA people so every patient has a wristwatch. You know what their heartbeat is, their blood pressure. It keeps track of their appointments. It lets you know how long they had to wait. It lets you know what the doctor said. It basically monitors the VA healthcare system because they have a wristwatch. And then once you get that down, you give everybody, when they get sworn in, they get a wristwatch as well as their little lapel pin.
You have one?
Not yet. Apple makes them now.
You gonna get one?
I don't know. I'm still trying to get Velcro numbers for the dog's vest. I'm running out of money. I got to earn some money.
I'm sure you have no problems with that.
Yeah, I do. I just give things away. I'm not very good at selling even books. I haven't. That's what I naturally would think I would sell is books, but.
And so which way is New Jersey? This way?
Yeah, 2 lights down.
2 lights down. Great. Thank you very much.
But the hotel's all right.
Yeah.
You're looking a lot better than you have in the past.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got.
Must be getting a lot of rest, huh?
No, I got a prescription for Adderall. 10 milligrams twice a day.
What's Adderall?
Amphetamine salts.
Oh, really?
Yeah. 4 different kinds of salts combined together.
Does it keep your electrolytes high or balance?
I think it's one of those reuptake deals. Amphetamines supply the neurotransmitter that gets depleted or blocks the absorption of it.
So it keeps you balanced.
Yeah, I got kind of burned out on marijuana and the DLSD 25 when I was younger. That's what happened, I think. Yeah, because I feel basically normal now. It took a while. The first 2-week, 3-week session, then qualitatively different the next time I tried it for a couple, 3 weeks. And now it's been like a month or 2 and it's a pretty steady, okay.
It's good to hear.
Yeah, you got to be careful. You can, overdo verbally because you have so much energy. You can overwhelm people with the word stream, like 1-digit answers. That's the main thing I have to watch out for.
Well, I don't think you give any 1-digit answers. As long as I've been here.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's
You've been quite the opposite.
yeah. Yeah, a publisher told me he was really impressed. A guy came in and he written a book and all he had to do was make 1 check mark and the whole thing unfolded. A Second Amendment right to bear technology.
Getting out of the office.
So what's the history of the Afghan dog, the Afghan hen?
What's the issue? American with Disabilities Act service canine. I got a prescription from my doctor for the dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Mecca's been on the airplane and on the bus and went to a Bob Dylan show and
I'm sure you enjoyed that.
yeah,
Probably you more so.
can be kind of cramped sometimes, big dog, but
I saw Bob Dylan in concert. The last show he did with the Grateful Dead. And I was really stoked to see Bob. It was horrible.
Oh dear.
He was forgetting his words, stumbling over his words. It was very disappointing. Very disappointing.
I'm not even sure it's still him that does the show. It's hard to really see him under his hat. Nobody does any voice print analyses of anybody. Rod Stewart went and got a throat operation after that first got mentioned.
Yeah?
Yeah. So that's being conscientious. If you got a body double doing it, then no one can prove anything because you had a throat operation.
He was a soccer player. He wanted to be a soccer player.
Yeah.
I think he owns a team. A minor, Division 3, Division 2.
He could do a flip on stage. He could flip right in the air.
Pretty decent soccer player.
Yeah.
So how was the Bob Dylan show? Good?
Yeah, it was decent. We had good seats.
Jethro Tull puts on a good show. I saw Jethro Tull.
Jethro Tull, yeah.
That was a good show. Santana was a good show. I've seen Santana. Carlos Santana about like 5 times.
Wow.
It's a good show.
I wanted him to do a South American tour.
I don't think he ever has he?
I'm not sure. I can't quite remember what the issue was that made sense for him to tour there. The carrying capacity of the planet is kind of the bottom line. How much wheat can you grow? How much fresh water can you come up with? There was a good comic recently, High and Lois, and the Hi Who had like a map of the world in terms of some grid pattern in the strip, and you could see how little land there is to grow wheat and stuff. Hi. And I've never seen anybody. Club of Rome had a thing about sustainability, but you don't see much like a single number. 500 million metric tons of wheat, or 5 billion tons of wheat, or whatever.
You said wheat?
Wheat, yeah. How much wheat can we grow each year on the planet? What's the demand? The English came up with the corn, fungus they grow in the basement, 50 grams of protein in a tofu kind of thing.
What? Pacemaker? What? I didn't hear you.
The English came up with a fungus kind of thing called corn that they grow in the basement. And you get 50 grams of protein in a tofu-sized container. It tastes kind of like tofu. They talk about how much calories people need. No one really talks about how much protein. Which senator is that? Hello, Senator. How are you? Corn or?
You don't know what senator?
No, I don't. He looks familiar.
You've been coming up here for how long?
Well, they sort of come over and say hi.
You're like an icon around here, right?
Yeah, I guess. Here's who. Looks like a archetypal Capitol Hill people here. Same way at mosque, I don't learn people's names unless they want me to, and so I'm not the kind of, like poor JFK Jr., he'd have to look at photographs and a map of the room and who's going to be in there before he went into the room so he'd know what was going on. Wow, talk about pressure. I walk in, the president of France walks by, well, that must be him, but I'm not sure, so hi, you know. The minister on Sunday had a good line, you look like a righteous Israelite.
How are you, man? Great, great. Good to see you. Always. Likewise.
Whoa.
I'm surprised you don't have one of them. Segways.
Yeah.
I'm sure you do.
My friend invented those. Well, a guy that likes me invented those, and then I read that he drove one off a cliff.
That's not the same guy. That's the guy that bought the company over. The guy that invented it, he sold it to somebody else.
I hope so. That's good.
Yeah. It's the same guy that developed the pacemaker too, right? The defibrillator. Same guy. I don't know his name.
Defibrillators are a lot older than the Segways. I don't know. I'd have to look into it again. So little time to.
That's another thing there. That's two things now. The whole 6 years or 7 years lifespan per year of a dog.
Yeah.
Now this. You got a lot of homework now. Don't drop the ball on this one. See you around quite often.
Yeah. Good. There's a nice loose fluid pace. Good.
You a runner?
No, not so much. I used to play lacrosse. There was a lot of running in that. Yeah. How about yourself? Did you play sports?
Soccer. Track.
Distance.
Pretty boring.
Yeah.
Relaxing.
Yeah. Well, soccer is exciting. Long distance can be kind of meditative. Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, so you like Bob Dylan? Who else you like?
I like the Grateful Dead too.
Yeah. You ever see him?
Yeah, I used to kind of work with them unofficially.
Officially?
Yeah. They made a couple of albums based on stuff that I did. In the Dark and Built to Last, one of their last album.
Yeah.
Show Me Something Built to Last. That was their. So here we are working on trying to build something to last. Carve your name in ice and wind. Hail! Look for where the rivers start or where the rivers end. Do everything within you feel to be your part, but never give your love, my friend, unto a foolish heart. A foolish heart will call on you to throw your dreams away.
No, he was classically trained, wasn't he? Garcia?
He was what?
Classically trained.
Classically trained?
Yeah. At least his father was, big time.
Oh, I didn't know that. No. I knew he was in the military, the army, for like a few months. Garcia, yeah. Yeah, he quit. He got expelled or he quit or something, yeah.
Huh. I know he had a line of ties.
Hi. He was selling pipes on the post office steps when he met the drummer, Mickey.
He still performed.
Yeah. Yeah.
How many times have you seen him? Concert.
I don't know. I got archives I got to do something about. We went on tour in Europe. That was fun. Without a net. It was the tour. Yeah, some kids in France, I was praying and they run up and pow, hit me in the ear where I had this hearing aid at the time. Pow! And they run off.
Little kids?
Medium, yeah.
What about the Stones? You like the Stones?
The Stones?
Yeah.
Yeah, they have some. They're one of the largest heroin distribution networks in the world. I mean, they got some issues. Yeah, hi. And they give advice like brown sugar's good. You know, you get the sugar down. So you use brown sugar instead of the white. You know. And they have some deep stuff in there, but I mean, they were killing people and stuff, murdering people, taking heads out of hotel rooms and pillowcases and stuff. It got pretty weird.
Yeah.
Hi. Perfect side-by-side partners to and from God. Who?
Yeah, my group was Led Zeppelin. There's a good group.
Yeah, they were clean and heavy.
I don't know about clean, but they were heavy.
I don't mean drug-wise. I mean,
Oh, okay.
musically clean.
They started out as like a jazz.
A jazz?
Yeah.
Jazz?
There's another one, Bill. That's off the floor now.
What, is there some kind of stigma to not knowing things, or what?
No. It just keeps it interesting.
Yeah, it keeps it interesting, so
The next time I see you, we have more to talk about.
there's 4 things you'll have to bring me up to date on next time we see each other.
Bring me up to date.
Well, no, these are things you know I don't know, like that they did jazz, so that next time you'll have to remind me. I won't have to remind you. You don't have to make me feel guilty that I don't know that they were a jazz group. No, no. The idea is we pool it, and then we both know more. And if we forget it, then our duty is to remind the other guy.
I suppose, yeah, I agree.
Unless, it's maybe marksmanship or something in the line of duty where you got to be able to do it on your own, and then your logic's valid there. Unless it's a volunteer operation, then you say, well, I just know Joe can't shoot so well, so I'll make sure that Frank or Harry is with him when he's on duty.
Thought you studied law.
Not really.
Psychology. Did you say psychology?
Yeah, I took a psychology course or two.
Yeah.
Life is the event that increases the long-term probability of its reoccurrence or something like
How
that.
many devices?
This is the wrong one.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You spokesperson for Apple?
How you doing? Glad to hear it.
Well, if I hear anything,
I appreciate it.
okay.
time.